Welcome back, folks. We are back. We're back with another episode of the Barn Session. It's Reese and I. We're here, ready to talk about some FinalX, which goes down tomorrow, which means I'm going to get this up early in the morning for you folks who want to get a little bit of a last-second preview.
Is it
see what we think about these matchups and all that.
Is it
Reese,
2 p.m. Eastern or Central tomorrow?
FinalX starts tomorrow, June 19th, at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. And it goes down. There's not a time on this article because, why would we be blessed?
They
There it
don't
is.
like
The schedule.
making it easy.
All times are in Eastern. 12:30 is the true third matches, and then 2 p.m. is best of three series round 1. 5 p.m. is best of 3 series round 2 and 3 if necessary.
Okay.
So if you're going up to the Dirty Dodge, you're going to want to do that probably before all of this.
No, I can't.
Okay.
That
settles it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Reese, I told you before this, I haven't really dug into these matchups too much in terms of understanding a deeper sense of the background, or researching prior matchups of these guys. But I think I know a decent amount, and so I am still looking forward to these matchups. But I want to hear some of your thoughts. I feel like I haven't heard much from you just in our texts, so I want to hear what you're thinking about for this year's FinalX matchups.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of the other podcasts out there and their thoughts. That was a few days ago, so I'm a little removed from their thoughts, but it made me think a lot about what I think about the matchups. And I guess starting at 57, I feel like it's Spencer in 2 matches, just cut and dry. I don't think Lillard. I think Lillard losing, Spencer losing in the Open was the perfect. Was it the Open? Yeah, it was the Open.
Yeah,
That was the perfect thing for to happen to Spencer Lee, for him to bounce back and be motivated. And now he's got nothing to lose, or he shouldn't feel like he has anything to lose. He should be more motivated than ever to go out there and get a takedown. That should be the most that's the most important thing, I think, for him in these matches, is to get on top. And if he can get on top, there's no way he shouldn't win both of the matches if he can get on top in both of those matches, because he'll turn him if he gets on top.
Yeah, I think at 57 kilos, I don't know if it was just another day in the office for Spencer going into that finals match at the U.S. Open. I don't think it's fair to say that Spencer Lee doesn't expect anything but the best from his opponents. I think he's understood pretty clearly at this point that he is regarded as a high value win, right? And so everybody's always going to give him their best look. And so I am interested to see what adjustments he's able to make from his experience wrestling Luke, because I'm sure there was a game plan developed by the Penn State coaches and Luke Lillard to be able to neutralize Spencer Lee's offense, his shots, his leg attacks, so that he doesn't get a takedown and end up on top. So I want to see what the response is. I want to see how Spencer can find a way to get to those leg attacks and get to those takedowns, and what that'll look like.
Yeah, hopefully he's healthy too. That's the other thing, I guess.
Or his elbow. Yeah. I think his. I don't think the weight is going to be an issue. And we've seen Luke. Luke is more than happy to let a match go the distance with little to no action. He's more than happy to let that happen. So I do wonder, is Spencer going to try and push the subject early and put points on the board before getting into that second period or that 5th and 6th minute? Or is he going to sort of reserve himself a little bit and kind of strike when the timing's a little bit more?
No way.
You think it's
when
just
has
right
he
out the
ever
gate?
done that? When has Spencer ever reserved
Yeah,
That's just not his thing. He's gonna go out there and try to score immediately.
right. Yeah, I just didn't know if he was looking for something different. If he was going to come in with a different type of game plan that would throw off his opponent.
I feel like at this point, man, we know exactly what we're gonna get with him when it comes to
Yeah,
that first period.
yeah. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it as long as we've seen Spencer Lee wrestle. It's a fire that burns bright and burns pretty fast.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's gonna be a good match. I do. I think it's either Spencer in 2 matches or he doesn't. I don't think he wins a 3 match series.
really.
I
Think he'll
I
just take the
think
loss too hard.
yeah, like I think he really beats himself up on losses. And a shorter way of saying that is that his mental is his weakest game or weakest part of his game. But that's like, it's not as if he. I think he's just really hard on himself when he loses, and so
I
I
think his
think
mental, like his emotions spiral for sure. Like in the Hartunian match, he spiraled.
yeah, yeah. And so I think he gets this done in 2. Um, and yeah, well, honestly, I'd be happy. Like I think both of these guys can go to Worlds and finish on the podium. But I want to see it for Spencer. Fellow class of 2017 guy, and just an
Yeah,
overall treat to
Luke will have
watch. So
his turn.
yeah, I think might come sooner than we're expecting it to, even. So we will see. But yeah, that's 57 kilos. Any other thoughts?
No, not really. If Spencer, I think like Spencer wasn't able to get to his head outside single or right his
Mm-hmm.
high C or whatever. So if he can get to his high C, I think that's important. Or the fireman's
Mm-hmm.
even. I doubt you can. I don't see him fireman. I don't see him dumping Lillard, but
No, I
the
think
high C. That's yeah. You gotta get to that because
yeah.
Lillard's too crafty otherwise.
I mean, we've seen Luke work on it literally the entire year in just like how he is neutralizing everybody he tries to wrestle.
Yeah.
And so can Spencer Lee get through that? I think that is the question. That is the answer to look for.
No
So that's
more.
what I'll
That's
be
one
looking
more
for.
thing. No
Yeah.
more trying to like. I'm sure. I don't. I mean, I'd like to think that he learned his lesson, but man, you got to stop trying to will
Just
and brute
drive someone
force
out.
dudes up like that. Like, there's no point. Like, you're gassing yourself out, and you injured yourself. I mean, that's like been a long time thing with him. Like where he just puts
Yeah.
himself in these not good situations. But man, you don't need to like you don't need to double unders and like try to like hike a dude up and like what I mean, you don't need to do that. Little dolls.
So what would you do? What would you do?
I'd say don't dig both. I mean, if you are going to dig both of them under, like maybe drive your feet or something. Or I don't know. Like you don't have to like plant your feet and like put all of your effort into like trying to bring a dude up and like running them out of bounds. Or I don't even think he was his butt was to the out of bounds right when he did it when he hurt his elbow. I can't
Uh,
remember.
I no. So like he drove real hard, and I think when he came down, that's when Luke cranked and turned.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Um.
don't put yourself in that position to where like I mean if you slip one out, I think slip one of those arms out and then circle in or circle towards one side, the same side that you have the underhook obviously, and
Yeah,
then
and
work from there.
the adjustment that you can make with the new rule set is you don't have to get him up to his feet. Like if you drive him out of bounds on his knees, as long as his the what is how do they describe it? Basically, his pinning points go out of bounds. That's a step out, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to think about driving him up. Honestly, lock up a front headlock, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then if he pressures back into you, not wanting to go out of bounds, head pinch. Just hit a head pinch. Because guess what, America?
No.
That's an option. That's an
Yeah.
option in the sport. Is you can hit a head pinch.
You think
No,
he
none of us do it.
can head pinch Luke Lillard though? I don't think he.
Luke does have a pinhead, so maybe not pinhead Luke. I don't know. I would like to see it.
You want to see more
Why
head
not? Right?
pinches?
I want to see Patrick McKee and Mitch McKee. The head pinch died whenever they stopped wrestling.
Yeah, Mitch had like, I don't know, his I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw like a video of him showing how he does his head pinch, and that's the only way I like whenever I show someone a head pinch. That's the only way I show it now because it makes sense.
Yeah, and dude, he was so good at it that he would pin people in folk style with it.
Yeah, that was crazy. I miss watching that dude.
Yeah, man. And it worked for a reason because it works.
Yeah.
Anyway, 61 kilograms. The two youngins, Marcus Blaze, Jax Forrest. The match that we've been looking for since 2021, right? That was the last time they wrestled.
2024. Olympic trials. They wrestled.
I'm thinking Tokyo. I'm thinking Tokyo. I'm thinking Tokyo. I'm thinking Tokyo. My bad. 2024. Yeah. At Olympic trials. Yeah. Anyway, even still, what to think about this, right? We've got.
I remember that
Marcus
match.
Blaze. Go ahead.
I remember that match being like really close and like being like 2-1, but somehow it was 8-1. I don't remember how it ended up being 8-1, but I definitely remember it being like it was like nobody did anything the entire match. I don't know how Marcus scored 8 points because I don't remember him scoring 8 points. But
let me pull it up.
If it's
I bet you
like, if it's anything like that match, I would give Blaze the edge for sure. And I think Blaze looked pretty freaking good at the Open.
What is this?
That those like I feel like that tournament is hard to find. The results are.
Wait. What tournament is this?
What?
Dude, I did it again. Why am I looking for 2021?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, dude. So I'm looking up the track wrestling. I'm not looking up the matches because the matches are locked behind a vault. The video is locked behind a vault.
Is there really a vault, or did they just destroy
it's
them?
like it's the like, is it NBC that has the broadcasting rights for the Olympics? Yeah. They don't let you look at any of their stuff. So
it's crazy.
I'm looking at the track wrestling bracket because they should have the scoring record in the match. Yeah, so it was 1-0 Jax Forrest going into the second period, and then a minute into it, Marcus Blaze hits a 2-2. I don't know if that was takedown and turn or what. And then there was a +4 after that without a time stamp on it. So I'm guessing that was like a 4-point move at the end of the match. Probably Jax trying something and Marcus countering it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see how that played out.
I think like one of them beat Lillard, right? Like earlier. I think
yes. Marcus beat Luke 2-2 or 5-1.
Watch Lillard would outgrow 57, and then we could see him at 61. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think he's a 50. He's a lifer.
He ended up staying so small.
I mean, he's just not like. He's not. He still looks like, dude. He still looks like he could be a high schooler.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to change.
That hair.
Huh?
Nothing.
What?
I said minus that hair. Have you seen his hair?
Oh, yeah. What is it? Is it going away? Are we losing it?
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's all right.
That happens. Okay. Added context to this. Marcus Blaze finished 4th at Nationals this year at NCAAs. Jax Forrest wins that bracket, beating both of the guys that Marcus lost to in Ben DeVino and Aaron Seidel. Then flash forward a month after that, we've got Ben DeVino, Jax Forrest, and Marcus Blaze at the U.S. Open. Ben DeVino hands a pretty shocking upset to Jax Forrest in the semis of the U.S. Open and then loses to Marcus Blaze. And afterwards, it is revealed to us that Marcus Blaze had the flu at NCAAs. He had the flu. So now we've got the matchup actually happening at FinalX, and it's going to be a series. We're going to get multiple iterations of it. What I want to know is we've got a big clash in style here where Marcus Blaze he's a vault. It is hard to crack him open. And so what can Jax Forrest throw at this match to put points on the board? And how is Marcus Blaze going to handle that erratic style. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
What do you think's going to happen? I think he's going to remain an uncrackable vault, and Freestyle is perfect for him. And I just don't see how, unless Jax figures something else out, I don't know how he's going to do it. Like the Jax, when Jax wrestled Seidel at NCAAs, he definitely like looked like he figured something else out with Seidel, where like he like had adjusted, like
Right.
when Seidel like you remember what I'm talking about, where like Seidel would like drop down, but he would like time it and then drop down even lower and then snag an ankle. So maybe if he figures
Yeah.
something else like something like that out, I just don't see how he beats Blaze.
I mean, honestly, what David Taylor and company should have done from the last chance qualifier until now, they should have had Jax training with Seth Gross. I think that would have been the answer, right? Because Seth Gross has some sort of
Didn't he? But he smoked Seth at the Open.
Did they wrestle?
I'm pretty sure they wrestled. In fact, they
Don't tell
definitely
me.
wrestled.
They did?
I think
I didn't even know Seth was there.
Yeah.
Shit. Reese. You're destroying my whole worldview right now.
Yeah, I think those days of Seth. I mean, Seth beat him one time.
I know, and lost to him right before then. Not right before, but the year before then.
Yeah. I mean, he should have beat him that time, but
yeah. Senior men's freestyle, 61 kilograms. Taken forever. I need a Jamie. We need to get good enough at this for Jamie. Yeah, he beat him 6-1. Shoot.
Yeah, and it was not close.
No, the 1 point that Seth Gross scored was at the end of the match for a caution. Step out, takedown, 1 point for passivity, another takedown. My goodness. Okay. All right. So maybe they shouldn't have done that. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But there is something to. There's two things that you can do. You can either play the game. You can play the shot clock point game with Marcus Blaze, do a better job of holding center and showing that you're taking more risks without overextending yourself and try and win that 2-1 shot clock match, which sucks and is kind of risky. It's more of just like turning the match into a coin flip. Or you can go out there and try and sort of catch Marcus on his heels or get him off balance in some way, so somehow get to sort of an angle to get to a leg attack or just create some sort of opening.
I think like Jax would benefit from him like creating as many flurries as possible. You think that would be good for Jax?
I think the more scoring opportunity, the more scoring positions, the more positions where like raw wrestling acumen comes into play benefits Jax more than it benefits Marcus. But Marcus isn't necessarily lost in those positions. I think he is still very capable at navigating them. I just don't think he's quite as good as Jax is. That's what I think. So with that, give me Jackson 3. Like a best of 3 series to rival Frank Molinaro or Aaron Pico in 2016.
That's not happening, but I will. Yeah. Have you watched those
Really?
matches?
They're good.
Yeah, those are. Wrestling has just changed so much since then that those types of matches are so rare now. I mean, maybe Woods and Bassett. That's more likely to be one. It's the same way.
Yeah,
They're more like open, less defensive.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. Is that it's not going to be as much of a just knockdown drag out slugfest.
Nobody's getting double egged and bombed. Like that's not happening.
Dude, that was such what a treat, man. What a treat that was, that whole bracket. I
That was the
think,
greatest bracket of all time, in my opinion.
yeah, I went back and watched some Aaron Pico wrestling because he wrestled at RIF, and I was just like, just take me down memory lane a little bit. Let me relive some of these moments.
He was amazing.
And yeah. Who do you got? Jax Forrest, Marcus Blaze.
I got Blaze. I'll do Blaze in 3. How about that?
Okay.
I was
All
thinking
right.
more Blaze in 2, but I'll do Blaze in 3.
Okay.
I've been
All right.
pretty like historically pro Blaze when it comes to picks on this podcast. So
Dude, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I don't know if I'll put myself down as a Marcus Blaze fan, but I will be a Joey Blaze fan. Because if you want to talk about people that I've interviewed that have have won me over with their personality and their like perspective on the sport, Joey Blaze, awesome, very awesome guy. It sucks that he wrestles for Purdue, but I'll get past that. I'll figure out a way around that.
you can separate the person from the art.
Yeah, yeah, I love listening to Kanye.
Exactly. Exactly.
Maybe not new age Kanye, but graduation. Do you want to do
Yes.
65 kilograms or
Might as
wait?
well. I mean,
Okay.
are we gonna do a
Nah, I
podcast?
don't. I wouldn't. I
No.
wouldn't. The prediction markets aren't looking good on doing another one before
Yeah.
then.
No.
Um. So Bow and two. Bow and two.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, all of the not all of the talk. I don't think. I think the smart people are definitely saying that Real Woods has a chance and very much should be like considered as a tough matchup for Bo Bassett. But I think with this delay, the injury to Real's knee, and
What do you think? Who do you think the delay benefits more, Real or Bo? Because I know what I think.
um,
And I think it's Real.
you think it's Real? I mean, I think it definitely benefits Real in the fact that if he tried to wrestle tomorrow, I don't think he'd be able to walk if he's got
No,
a
I think this screws up. Bo did not see this coming, and this completely screws up his schedule and his whole like
like peaking.
practice, his ability to peak when he wanted to peak, and his future schedule. Like there was things he wanted to do after this, after
Yeah,
Final X that he probably we don't know what he's gonna when he's gonna do it, or if he's
right,
gonna be able to do it, or what. Yeah,
right. I think I think you're right. I also think Bo Bassett is the personality type that yes, this does like maybe he did have some real American freestyle matches lined up to do between now and then, or some international events that he was going to go to, or like maybe some college related stuff that he was getting set up for with Virginia Tech. But I think in terms of the actual matchup, I think Bo Bassett is sort of the personality type and the wrestling style that doesn't get faced by this. It's that machine gun mindset. You're still just going to be pulling the trigger all the time anyway. So, and this just gives you more time to get even better. So,
so you got Bo and
I,
two. How do
yeah,
you think technically? How do you think the match goes? Like what do you think? Like it's gonna be lopsided or what?
I think I'll say the first match is touch and go. I think Real Woods is going to find a way to slow things down, and I think that's going to be evident in like Bo's ability to consistently put up points, especially going into that second period. But I think Bo's still going to find a way. I think it's going to look, honestly, it might look very much like the Jax Forrest Real Vito Rujao series last year, where it was like, this is a dodgy first match. And then the second one, the floodgates are going to break open. And this is it. Especially if like this is like a significant issue with Real's knee and he's going to be out for a little bit even after Final X. Um, it's going to
Yeah,
be hard for him to gear to get things into peak ability.
right.
So yeah, I think Bowen too.
I guess you kind of like have made me. I was gonna say Bowen 3. Fuck it, I'll say Bowen 3. Bowen 3 matches. Real gets one somehow, one way or the other. I want Real to win personally, just because I want the older dude to get another shot or whatever, and
Yeah. I I
I like seeing guys like when someone like Bo or and this has been the case with any young dude, especially like when they're like 19 or 20, they'll get on a crazy heater, and people when the popular opinion is like this dude is going to go on to be the next insert legend, like
mhm.
my natural instinct is to be like, whoa,
Pump the brakes.
pump the brakes,
Pump the brakes.
not so fast. Usually, I'm right too when it comes to those don't pan out very often. Um,
Yeah.
Bo, I think obviously Bo is going to be great, but I do think like he's going to take his lumps. He's not going to make a world team every single year at 65. And he said that he said himself like I don't he has no plans of like getting like moving up any weight class. He's like 65. This is the weight for me. Like I'm not gonna try and get bigger and go 74 or whatever. Like 65 is where I want to be. And
Yeah.
so I think like nobody holds 65 for very long, typically.
That would be like if he were able to, let's say he makes his world team and next year's and the Olympic team and then does it for an entire additional cycle after that. That would be a way to cement yourself in like
Yeah,
legacy in the
nobody's done
US.
that.
Yeah. And I'm not even talking about like performance at worlds. I would
Just
assume
holding the spot down.
in that many trips, you're going to get at least one world medal, if not several, maybe even a world title. God, man, imagine, dude, because I'm excited by the idea of like a Bo Bassett versus Amuzad or a Bo Bassett versus Kotaro Kyuka.
Yeah,
I'm
for
excited
sure.
by those types of matches, just because I was like, man, what like when you mix these two ingredients together, what do you get?
I
What pops
agree.
out?
Yeah.
So that's exciting to me, but like you're right, 65 kilograms is just this just absolute meat grinder buzzsaw of a weight class that has chewed up and spit out some it's incredible wrestlers, and it is you know been ruthless.
There's going to be guys at
So
61 and 65 now, like Mendez, Marcus Blaze, who,
yeah,
etc., that are going to be wrestling for a spot on the World Olympic team at 65. And so
yeah,
I don't think there's any way anybody's going to hold down the spot for more than 2 or 3 years.
no, man, we're gonna dude. 2028 is gonna be a freaking treat. Goodness gracious. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, we're getting
Not
ahead
that
of
far away.
ourselves. Uh, yeah. Well, maybe we'll be to episode 110 by then. We're on. I think this is 104. So, um, uh, yeah. I definitely. if like I'm not going to be sad if Real Woods wins. I think because I am a little bit. I'm at that point. I'm on the other side of the fence now, where it's like I like it when the older guy wins. I like to see the older generation get a win. Uh, and I think Real Woods deserves an opportunity to show that his world bronze medal last year wasn't like fluky or wasn't something that just happened from luck or whatever. So I would like for that opportunity to be given to him, but it's probably going to be a Bowen too. Probably going to put that down. So um, I should write these down actually. But anyway, 70 kilograms.
Um, I don't know, man. I want to see like an exciting match, and actually, I think like Ridge is gonna surprise a lot of people. And I think like if Zayn wrestles like at a similar level that he wrestled at the Open, like and doesn't finish his shots efficiently, um, then we're gonna have some. It's gonna be some, you know, 7-10 type scores. I feel like, or 10-8 or I don't know. They're going to be multiple takedown, multiple exposure type matches for sure. Because if Zane takes a shot and gets exposed and maybe turned, then he's going to have to come after Ridge. And I'm sure Zane is going to adjust and get some takedowns of his own. Then Ridge will have to adjust. And, ideally, that would be the match that we would get. Otherwise, it's probably going to be Zane just cold, calculated, 2-0, 2-1, that kind of match. Nobody gets a takedown, period. Which
Yeah.
Ridge has been known to also shut down too. So
how much rust do you think Zane still has to knock off? Because
probably
this
not
feel,
that
I mean,
much
dude, this,
anymore.
I don't know. This just feels like such a, like,
It was
Zane
like
woke up one day, took a look at the entries, and was like, let me go make a world team. Let me hang
that's what
on,
he did.
everybody. Let me pause my life. Let me put my life on pause. Let's go make a freaking world team.
Yeah.
And
Now he's
it
had like
just,
2 months, right, to train
huh?
and get back in his. He's what? It's been like how many months? It's been like a month and a half, 2 months
Is that
since the
really?
Open.
Oh, since last chance.
Since the Open,
Um,
or
no,
is
he
that when
wrestled
he?
in the last chance.
Okay, either way, whenever he decided,
Yeah.
it's been months since then, so he's had time to knock the rust off.
Okay. I do. I mean, there's an extra element to it where getting your matches in, and I guess you're going to get that in the Penn State room, so it's probably not going to matter as much. So, okay, with that, you think Zane Rutherford he'll be ready to like compete to the best of his ability, for what kind of wrestler he is these days, and so I guess it just begs the question of like, what version of Zane Rutherford do we see? Do we see this guy who just kind of locks things down as much as possible to remove the variance of these wrestling positions that maybe Ridge Lovett has an advantage in? And like I say, maybe because Zane is still not necessarily crafty, but he will find a way to like have his way in wrestling positions and make it difficult to counter, and expose him in those positions. I think this is a Zane and 2 situation. I don't think Ridge Lovett is ready for this caliber.
You think he kind of shuts it down? He kind of locks it down.
Yeah, I
That's
think
kind of
it
where
is. I
I'm
think
at.
it is a youth versus experience situation where Ridge is like Ridge will show some promise, but it's give it another year or two, um, and then Ridge fill into 74 kilograms and let it rip there. Love to see that.
You say Ridge will show some promise. What is he? He's like 25. He's kind of already.
Yeah, I think he's 25.
Yeah,
But what, this is his first full
yeah,
season internationally, because I
yeah. I
don't
mean,
think he
but
didn't
but
really
but
do any
also,
freestyle when he was in college.
yeah, he did. He made
Did
junior teams and U23 teams and
he
whatnot.
did?
He made a U23 team for sure. I'm pretty sure he at least wrestled at junior world or like the junior trials or whatever. I'm almost certain. I know he
Oh, it
wrestled.
looks like yeah. It looks like he might have wrestled. No. Uh, Nebraska's Ridge Lovett had the kind of breakout performance at the 2022 NCAA tournament back in March that he'd been waiting to have. Blah 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 blah. The Cornhusker star is back and ready to replicate that type of performance on the freestyle stage at the U23 World Team Trials. I don't think he made the team though. I think he lost to Cole Matthews. He did. He lost to Cole Matthews. Reese, he lost to Cole Matthews.
Okay, but he also is like a 6-time Fargo champ. And
Oh yeah. No, like freestyle is not a new thing for him. I just think like you take. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Did wasn't it a or no? It wasn't him. There was somebody who had like taken every single place at Fargo except for like 7th or something like that. I don't think it was him though. I think he was the one who was like a 7-time champ or something. Okay. Well, I'm really trying to figure out like what I think is going to happen in this match, or like what the result is going to be. I think it's Zayn in 2.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely like more inclined to think that Zayn shuts it down, and Ridge plays right into that sometimes where he like just doesn't get his offense going. And like
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see how I have a hard time seeing Ridge breaking through the head hands. And like, yeah, I really only see him scoring a lot. Like maybe he can get one or two, like like one or two situations where he breaks through and like gets to like a boot scoot to a leg or something like that. Other than that, it's just he's gonna have to score off of like Zayn's own attacks. Like that's the only way I see it happening, and I just don't see it happening. So
Yeah, I think this is going to be a game plan gap. I think Zayn and the Penn State, the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club coaches are going to come up with a game plan for this, and Zayn's going to have some answers. Um, yeah, that's my read on this situation. So give me Zayn in 2.
same,
Give me Zayn in 2, and sprinkle in just a little bit of controversy.
yeah, something.
Just a little bit of controversy. Okay, 74 kilograms. James Green, David Carr. Man, what to think about this? James Green finally doing what he should have done literally 10 years ago and wrestling up a weight class, filling into his frame and embracing like what I think his wrestling style is better for, which is a bigger, stronger weight class. Um, but he is older. He's up there in age. And he's got David Carr, who, if this was last year, I would say pretty handedly this goes to David Carr. It just does not seem like David Carr is the same David Carr in the year 2026 as he was in 2025. So I'm apprehensive. I mean, man, Jaden James damn near beat David Carr. It was close. What do you
Yeah,
think?
people are like way. I feel like, man, I'm shocked by how like what's the word I'm looking for here? I've been like brain farting on words so much lately, and I don't know why. Um, People are not disregarding, but like they just don't. They're not
Discounting?
considering what's it?
Discounting?
No, something like that though. They just
Yeah.
are not giving James Green the credit he deserves. They're just like not even considering him like as a possibility to make this team. Like I don't know, man. Yeah, after it's I mean, especially after what he did at the Open, I'm shocked that people aren't and like how David Carr has looked. Like what makes people think that Carr is just gonna kind of like work? I mean, there's just no way that he like handedly beats James Green. That doesn't happen. Like nobody does that to James Green.
Not at this weight, or not at this, or I mean, not even 70 kilograms. Like he lost to Yanni in a
Definitely not a
close
70.
match.
No,
So,
I just don't get it.
dude, I think this is a gritty matchup. I think this is a matchup that is going to come down to some late match heroics. And here's my expectation for why I think people are giving David Carr sort of the next topic treatment, and they're not considering James Green for this matchup. I think it's because of the perceived potential at Worlds. I think most people would say that David Carr has a much higher chance of medaling at Worlds than James Green does, um, which I don't know if I necessarily agree. For many reasons. One, I think one of them's been to Worlds and has medaled, and one of them's been to Worlds and hasn't medaled. Now, I do. Yes, you've got to consider the timelines, but even still, David Carr does not look like what he looked like last year, and I don't know if that's a peaking situation. I don't know what's playing into all of that. That's just what I see. Man, this is a 3-match series for me, but I don't know who to give it to. I'll say, shoot, I'll do David Carr in 3.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against David Carr.
Dude, I would love for James Green to prove me wrong. I love nothing more than like this because it was just sort of be like a comeback story a bit, and so I would love for that to happen. I think that'd be awesome for the sport. But you give David Carr a month and a half to prepare for one opponent, that dude is going to find every advantage he can get. He is a masterful game planner. And I think that's one of the it very much benefits him to be able to have that skill, because a lot of people talk about just being able to beat somebody with their wrestling regardless of what their opponent's style is. I just want to go out there and be the better wrestler. David Carr will use whatever advantage he can find against you in these matchups, and he will utilize that. And so, yeah, I think he gets it done, but I think it takes 3 matches.
Man, yeah. Yeah, this one's just too hard to pick, man. Too hard for me to call. I'll go David I'll do David in 3 also. I
Okay.
think that's probably what's going to happen. That feels right because
Okay.
David, based on the way David's been wrestling, he's just going to play it as close as possible. And James Green does the exact same thing, and
Yeah.
David does it a little bit better than James does, I think.
Yeah.
Where
I don't know
he's
why
able
they
to
do
pull
that,
those.
but they do
Yeah.
that. Okay. Dude, I'll tell you what. There's like one more match in here to pick that to like easily pick. The rest of these are nail biters in my mind. 79 kilos, Chance Marsteller, Levi Haynes.
Yeah, that one. But I kind of know who I want to pick there. I got a good idea of who I want to pick there, and I feel like pretty confident in that pick. And it's not just bias; it's confidence too. And I
Okay,
could see
talk
it.
to me. Talk to me.
It's Chance Marsteller. That's who I'm picking because how. And I've heard other people talk about this. How is Levi? How does he score? I mean, maybe he gets to a couple of takedowns, like on his high C. But bro, he's not gonna get a whole lot of opportunities, and Chance is going to get to his attacks one way or the other. Like Levi is not impenetrable. Like he does give up. He does give up his legs, and he's never wrestled
Yeah,
anybody like Chance either.
yeah. I think the closest, this is just from a body shape perspective, the closest reference that Levi Haynes has competed against is the Russian that he wrestled last year, Usmanov. Just a stout, blocky, strong, hard to get by, hard to get around
Yeah,
MFer.
that's.
Uh,
Are you
Now
just?
he
I
did win
feel like
that
you're just
match.
saying that because he's a redhead too.
I actually didn't even think about that fact.
He is redhead, right? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, I think so, or maybe it's strawberry blonde. I guess they both are.
It's something.
I don't know. I think, but I do agree with your assessment that Chance Marsteller is going to find a way to Levi's legs. But what gives Levi the advantage is you're talking about how's he going to get to that high crotch. I don't know if he necessarily needs to, because Penn State's also very good at go behinds. Now, I don't know if that's really going to work on Chance Marsteller. I don't know. This is a tough thing to like. I don't even. It's not even necessarily because this could be a 2-match series. Like one of them could win it very handedly. Um, it's just it's a clash, not necessarily like super different styles. Just they are very much themselves in their own ways, and I don't know who is going to win over the other one. It's very tough. Give me Chance Marsteller in 3. Give me Chance Marsteller in 3.
You know
Because
what?
I also think about. Go ahead.
Same.
Okay.
Same. Chance Marsteller in 3.
Okay. I think about like Chance Marsteller has some wins under his belt.
Yeah, especially like domestically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
More so than his international wins.
Yeah.
And I think he does a very good job of being ready for his opponent. And we'll see that. We'll see that here. He and David Carr were training with each other. I'm sure JB was in the room wherever they were. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Also, speaking of that, sidebar, Jordan Burroughs is back. Jordan Burroughs is back. Dude, Jordan Burroughs and Ben Askren are wrestling. What is this? Beat the Streets in 2018 or whatever, 2017, whenever it was. When was that? When did they wrestle each other?
Who?
Ben Askren and Jordan Burroughs.
Oh yeah,
Madison Square Garden beat the Streets.
2019.
Was it 2019?
I think it's 2019 because that's the same year that Ben got kneed. Pretty sure.
Really?
It was either 2019 or 2018, but I'm pretty sure it was 2019.
I thought Ben Askren got kneed when I was in high school.
Really? That might make more sense.
No, that was 2019.
That was?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I could have sworn I was at like junior duels camp when that happened.
When we were at Fargo camp in Baker. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was 2017.
I wasn't there though.
No, that was 2019. You weren't there?
No. Wait.
Well, I was.
I think I was because I was having my back issues. I was.
Yeah.
I was.
Coaching?
Wow.
We were all coaching. Oh yeah, all three of us.
Yeah, we were all coaching.
Yeah.
We were all coaching. Yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Okay.
Because Ben Askren was at Fargo. Remember that? And you could see it in his eyes. You could see. I just remember seeing him because that was like a week after, and he I could see in his eyes he looked like he was still back in that ring.
Dude, what a story that guy has. There's gonna be a documentary about him out one day, not like a flow doc, like a documentary. That'll be great. Anyway, yeah, Jordan Burroughs is back wrestling in Real American Freestyle. I think on their 1-year anniversary, whenever that is that in July or August? August maybe, or maybe September. I don't know.
When now?
Real American Freestyle. They're going back to Cleveland for their 1-year anniversary. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, 86 kilograms. Zahid Valencia, Kyle Dake. We've seen these two wrestle each other before. Now it's kind of a sort of a rendition of 74 kilos where Zahid Valencia does not look like the same guy that he was last year. Now that can look different. I think he can be closer to that version, that world champ version, for this matchup than he has looked at the ranking series and against Parker Kekais in a Real American Freestyle. Because when he wrestled Aiden Sinclair, he looked sharper for sure. Kyle Dake, getting older, took that loss to Kadiev, but I don't know. I can't rule the guy out. I can't. Give me this is another 3-match series. I think this is the year of the 3-match series, and that's probably just my uncertainty. and it's probably more so a situation where like the winner will be decided from the first matchup, and the second one will just be a formality. Uh, but I don't know. This is gonna be scrappy. I think. I'm not talking about just this specific matchup. I think the
Sammy, I
whole
need you
card is gonna
to
be scrappy.
stop for a second. And I've this whole time, if I seem like I've been a little distracted, that's because I've been trying to figure out Ridge Lovett's freestyle tournaments.
Yeah,
And he competed in 2020 at UWW Juniors, and he won it. He beat Cole Matthews, but
you did.
it all this I don't know. ChatGPT is also saying that he lost to Cole Matthews in U23s.
So I know Cole Matthews won U23s because that was at 65 kilos,
So
and
yeah,
he
so
was
he beat
like,
Cole at 61 kilos too. That's crazy.
but that was in 2020 for juniors for
Yeah,
U20s. Okay.
yeah, but I don't. I guess they must have. That was in like November 2020 when they wrestled that tournament. I don't even remember like
What?
what was that even for.
Yeah, yeah. This was I don't remember, man. I don't remember at all. Yeah, I remember where this was. This might have been at Nebraska. Uh they held a national tournament. They just held like I think U23 and U20 nationals or something like that in 2020. But it wasn't for world championships. It was just to like have a tournament. This was
Wow,
in November, because college wasn't doing any of their stuff in 2020
that makes
until
sense.
until the second semester when they just did duels. Um, yeah,
Wow. So
yes,
he did win that. That much is true. And he beat Cole Matthews, evidently, which is weird. So he lost to Cole Matthews.
yeah. The 2022 U23s. The reason I remember that is because that was the year that Yanni also made one of his world teams at 65 kilograms, and initially Yanni was like, I'm going to go wrestle U23 worlds as well. And so Cole Matthews was like, oh, okay, shoot, that sucks. And then eventually Yanni was like, never mind. So then Cole Matthews went as our rep. Um, yeah. Anyway, 86 kilograms, Reese. Now that you're back with us.
Yeah. I just knew. I just remembered that Ridge had won something. And I was like, yeah, I got to figure out what it was. Anyway,
Yep.
yeah.
Um,
What is it, 86?
Zahid, Valencia, Kyle Dake.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah. We just did Chance and the other guy,
Well,
Levi.
what do you think? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Kyle Dake in 3.
Totally unbiased.
What that Nittany Lion? You think I'm cheering him on?
Nittany Lion?
I mean, that's the wrestling club he's a part of.
Zahid?
No, I said Kyle Dake in 3.
Oh. You're talking. I thought you were. Okay. Yeah, you're rooting for him. Yeah, you're rooting for Kyle Dake. You always have, for whatever reason. Maybe because you guys were in the same practice room for a little while. Could be that.
Just a little while.
Probably
Just a little
that.
while. Yeah, maybe.
That's probably what it is. But I get it. I get what you're. I mean, if your thought process is anything like mine, I'm thinking Dake's had a whole 365 more days to get to acclimate to the 86 kilos, and I think he's probably like better than he was last year for sure. And I think this match is. It's been a long time since he's had to, or since Zahid's had to wrestle him. I think Zahid's a little less prepared than he was a year ago. I'm assuming, and so I think it'll probably be closer for sure than it was last year. Dake's probably not going to get tired like he did last year. Zahid's probably, based on the way he's been wrestling. I mean, I'm sure Zahid will be ready. He's always a type of guy who's who shows up when it matters, but he still gets tired in those times. Like he'll still get tired. In the major events. So I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. I'm also kind of like leaning maybe towards Dake.
One
But
thing
we're
that
like,
has been a conversation point with Kyle Dake is, dude, we get it. You have world class defense, but we miss your offense. We miss your ability to attack the legs. And
this is not the
sort
guy
of
that
an
you want
huh,
him to make a resurgence. You don't. So he is not the guy he's going to start bringing the offense back to.
dude. So you know what's interesting? This is going to be a little bit of a sneak peek into the Aiden Sinclair interview that I did. Uh, Aiden told me, because he's like, I did he said that he like dove deep in like the breakdown of Zahid Valencia's shot defense and like how Zahid works. And his offensive output is so high and his positional movement is so diverse that it is very difficult to get to his legs. But once you get to his legs, things are a lot simpler.
At
And
least now, that's not what it was
right, I
like
know
when he
in
was
high
in high
school.
school.
Well, it's been a while. It's been a long. It's been 10 years or more than 10 years,
Yeah,
or just 10 years.
I mean he was
Whatever.
good. He was good in college when guys got in on his legs too.
I know, but I think what Kyle Dake needs to do, his key to victory, is have some leg attack that you can use to score. You might only need it once, but you need it at least once in each match. If you rely just on your defense, I don't think it's going to work against Zahid. That's what I think.
I think
Yep, that's what I think.
Zahid in two. That's what I'm gonna go with. I don't
You're
think
going
he's
Zahid
gonna
in
win in
two?
three. I think if it was gonna go three matches, it's gonna go Kyle Dake because Kyle Dake's gonna be very excited and he's gonna do the Kyle Dake thing that he likes to do. He's gonna Kyle Dake all over the place. And Zahid, yeah, I definitely I can't imagine if I were Zahid going into a third match, especially if I just lost the second match. I just don't see it for Zahid. I don't see how he would pull that third match out. So I'll go Zahid in two, just purely off of I think Zahid's probably like I don't know. I think Zahid's he hasn't really showed it this past year, but I think Zahid's like really really good, and he obviously he can blank the world when he really needs to. He can tech everybody in the world. Um, so I think I'm just gonna go Zahid because that makes sense to me. He's won a lot. Kyle Dake's won a lot. Zahid's won a lot. Give me Zahid. I guess probably mostly because you picked Dake. That's probably the main reason, and also because I was kind of already feeling Zahid. I picked Zahid last year. I feel like why there's nothing really that makes me like feel like I should flip to Dake, other than the things I said earlier, with Dake having a whole extra year to adjust to the weight, and also Zahid not looking very good in a lot of matches. But yeah, I'm going Zahid. I'm going Zahid.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be similar to like their U.S. Open match, uh, a year ago. I think the two
Okay.
matches will be similar to those matches.
Okay. I'm not going to debate you on any of that. I think it's very possible. Let's bump on up to 97 kilograms. 92 was already wrestled. Trent Hidley won it in two over Mike Machiavello, fellow Wolfpack wrestler, and NC State. And yeah, so that spot has already been decided. 65 kilograms is on delay. And then I think two delays in women's freestyle and one match has already been decided due to injury. So 97 kilograms. Kyle Snyder versus Stephen Buchanan. There has been a lot of buzz about Stephen Buchanan, but I think it has been snuffed by his performance at Pan Am's.
And Kyle Snyder's looked really, really good too.
Kyle Snyder in 2, dude.
No, I
Kyle
said
Snyder in 2.
he's looked really, really good. Is what I said.
I know.
Oh,
And I'm concurring that by saying Kyle Snyder in 2.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
dude is a dog.
I don't know what else to say. I think when I picture the match in my head and I picture like the Kyle Snyder that we saw like against maybe like someone like Isaac Trumbull, like their match wasn't really that lopsided. And like Snyder, like when he would get in on Isaac's legs, there'd be some weird exchanges.
Yeah.
So if I picture something like that, Steven's kind of big. Like he's a big dude. He's definitely bigger than Kyle. If I pictured like them getting in like wrestling situations that Steven could maybe like capitalize on, I just don't really know what those would be because he's not like Trumbull. He's not like super comfortable with guys in on his legs. And yeah, I just don't know how. I just don't know where Buchanan could put Snyder like positionally. I don't know where he could put Snyder like to like get a real advantage.
Yeah.
No.
I just don't. Yeah. Like Buchanan, when
You
he
don't wear him
wrestled
out too.
Yazdani, yeah. Like the things that worked for Buchanan against Yazdani, he was bigger than him.
Yeah.
Or at least he was more of a true 97 than Yazdani was. Now Buchanan was able to wrestle through being super tired, but I just don't see him getting through the wall, the iron wall that is Kyle Snyder. You got to be able to do so much to Kyle Snyder or make a position it's so difficult for Kyle Snyder. Like, for example, one of the things that Tezudinov is really good with against Kyle Snyder is Snyder will get to that snatch single and start to drive it up, but Tezudinov will bend his leg at the knee and then make that lock so heavy that Kyle Snyder has no choice but to put the leg down. I don't think Stephen Buchanan can do that. I don't think he's got the size for it. I don't think he has many, if any, answers to Kyle Snyder's defense and offense.
No.
Will that change within the next year
10
or
years.
2? Well, I was thinking of a shorter time frame than that.
Well,
but
that's what it's going to have to take because I don't think anything's changed with Snyder's plan to continue wrestling. I think he's going to keep wrestling until he's literally 40,
not older than that, maybe.
maybe older.
No, you're
He
right.
looks so old out there. God, he already looks old.
I don't look that old.
He's looked the same for like the last 5 or 6 years, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's Snyder in 2. And this is probably the most like airtight, cut and dry, lock it down, same rep that we've had for the last 11 years match. Like, just put Kyle Snyder back in and let's move on. Now, if Stephen Buchanan wants to surprise us all, I'm not mad about it, but I am very surprised. I'm maybe a little mad about it because what the heck, man? So many people have tried for so long, and you just come in and do that.
Yeah. I don't think this is the year. Maybe when Brooks comes back. But until then, Snyder in 2.
I haven't seen that dude in forever. I didn't see Carter Starachi forever until earlier today when I saw that he was training with Bo Bassett and Melvin Miller and Keegan Bassett.
He was at the White House too, apparently.
He was?
That's what I heard.
Is he making the transition? Is he getting back? Is he getting in the ring?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
He must be.
But Bo Nickel was also there, so.
Bo Nickel fought.
Yeah. So maybe he was there to support Bo.
Oh. Yeah. That makes sense too. Okay. Maybe the matchup that I'm the most excited for. 125 kilograms, Wyatt Hendrickson versus Mason Paris.
That's the match. What you're most excited for? Is that what you said?
I might be, dude. I mean, I think this is. I think it's definitely going to be the most fun series to watch. These two dudes just go out there and I don't know, do absolutely insane shit when they wrestle each other. And so I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be nerve wracking because I want to see Wyatt Hendrickson win, but these two they've wrestled each other this year and they've split matches, right? It was a tech and a tech, right? I mean, man, what more could you ask for?
3 more.
Give me 3 more matches. So give me Wyatt Hendrickson in 3.
That's what I want.
All
I
right.
think that's what everybody wants.
I think everybody just
Everyone.
wants, hey, even if the series is decided after 2, just go put it on the line for a third, just for shits and giggles. You know,
It's for fun.
just give us a good time,
We'll get a good time one way or the other.
one way or the other. We'll get our good time.
Yeah.
What was that? What's the bit from Sunny when they're at the thing? They're at the like the business expo or whatever.
You'll
You
get
know what I'm
off?
talking about? Dennis. Oh yeah, that is what
Trying
it
to
is.
get
That's too
off?
crass. Never mind. Um,
Sometimes it's only the guy who gets off. Some women just don't know how.
all right, man. Closing thoughts.
Um, I don't really have any closing thoughts other than this probably. I mean, man, the bummer with the Real Woods thing really sucks because I still kind of feel this way regardless. But this is, I mean, this with Real Woods, it would have been like far and away the best Final X, and it still probably is going to be the best Final X. This is like easily the most toss ups we've ever had. I would say. I mean,
That's what
I
it feels
haven't.
like for sure.
It's been like what 8 years now. This is like the 8th year or 9th year for Final X. Um, so you'd have to go back a ways to know for sure, but this feels like the best year for sure.
Yeah, the year with uh Burroughs and Imar and Fix and Gilman
Yeah, that was
and
2019, I think,
okay, so
or
that wasn't the same year
2018.
as like Cologne and Garrett. I don't know. The 18 and 19 final X's were also
I think
fire.
those are the first ones. Yeah, like the 2018. I know Fix. That was the first time, and Fix lost to Gilman in two, and then the next year
Mm-hmm.
Fix beat him in 2 or 3 or whatever.
I think it was
And
3.
I can't really remember what the rest of the card was like, but I'm sure it was great.
Yeah, 2019 Patrick Downey won by injury default.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, but it's still like, man, the Lizard King made a world team.
He made it.
We
That was 2018.
that was 2019.
Really?
It was 2018. Was it
I think it was
2018?
2018. No.
No.
I'm wrong. Because 2018 was the first year David won it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because 2017 he crashed out, losing to Jaden Cox.
He valid. The most
Valid crash
valid
out.
crash out ever, dude. Man, the people I was with watching that, I couldn't. Nick Flynn was pissed.
Yeah, man. It was yeah.
Tommy
And
Williams
then
was like, "What the heck? They cannot allow this."
the tweets, the David Taylor tweets while at
That was
Worlds.
oh my god, dude. That was back when like Twitter was crazy. Twitter still was crazy, but it was really crazy back then. And Flow had comments on their website.
On
Flow
their
was so good
yeah.
back then. Oh my god, I miss that so much.
Yeah, man.
It was crazy, crazy times.
Yeah. Crazy
Miss
times.
Jaden
It
Cox.
was yeah. Yeah. Okay. I had one thing. Oh, yes. True third matches will also be going down. You got Austin DeSanto versus Ben Davino. Joey McKenna, Bo Bartlett. Landon Robidoux will be taking the win over Caleb Henson via injury default or medical forfeit, whatever the term is. You got Evan Wick, Patrick Kennedy, Parker Keckeisen, Aiden Sinclair. I've got that one penciled down. And Dustin Plott, Seth Shoemate. So yeah, and that's that. And women's wrestling will be happening also. So we just you don't want to have us give our thoughts because we just don't
That would
have that
be
many.
insulting to the women.
Yeah, we are not subject matter experts, and you know what? For that, I'll apologize. I'll give
Me
my
too. I apologize,
yeah,
but you know what? It's hard. It's
dude.
just hard. It's hard. Like when you get older, the older you get, the harder it is to stay in the know and like care as much about it as you did like 10 years ago, when all the guys wrestling were people that you kind of grew up around.
Right.
Tough. We're aging out, and it's tough. But we'll do it for the people. We'll continue to care. It just it'll mostly be men.
Yeah, like I don't even know who Elena Ivaldi is, and I'm sorry about that. I should know. She's wrestling Cristel Rodriguez for a world team. I don't even know I don't know who she is. Shame on me.
Shame on you,
Amanda Martinez.
Martina Martinez.
Yeah, man, I got to be better about that. But, man, maybe Helen Maroulis will make her 22nd world team or however many freaking world teams she's made. Maybe. Anyway, thank you for watching. We're gonna wrap it up here, and I'm gonna have to get this out. Maybe I'll just
Do it after the.
schedule it to what?
What were you about to say?
I was gonna say work on it tonight and then schedule it to upload early tomorrow morning. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
That's a good
Or I'll
idea.
just upload it like a week from now, and then
And
people
it's
will
like,
get our
yeah,
thoughts.
yeah.
No, I'll do that. I'll be
Post to
a
everywhere.
good little
8
podcaster.
times.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. You're in the hour and 12th minute of a stream of consciousness from two uh, two idiots. So
Die hard
thank you.
fans.
Die hard, despite the fact that I said I don't have much to really run off of research wise for these matchups. That's okay.
That's okay.
Hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have a good one. And goodbye.